So I decided to jump on the 100 Days in Stardew train, even though I'm upwards of a year late to the party. But I wanted to do it a little bit differently. I wanted to challenge myself a little bit along the way. So let's start the 100 Days of Stardew, but my farm is incredibly tiny, and I can only leave my farm once a week. My goal is to complete the community center in 1 year with those restrictions, though that plan does change pretty quickly. It's basically my real life, as my garden space is probably about as big as this, and I pretty much never leave my house. So let's get started. So the first week is pretty uneventful for the most part. It starts out anyway, any run would really. Just get your parsnip seeds and start clearing your farm. The only difference you can see is my farm's really small. I don't have a ton of space, but it should be enough to get me what I want, so not going to complain about it. I don't really use most of the farm space early on anyway, so it's all good. But yeah, day 2, just literally cleared a little bit of extra stuff and watered up my crops. I think I don't really even leave the farm until day 6. And I'll usually save when I leave my farm for later in the week if I'm trying to get some forage, because Saturdays are usually the best day for that. But if I have really good luck later on, I'll probably leave whatever day that may be. Crow doesn't really matter this early, but it kind of hurts. I think I'm going to go like a strawberry route this time around. It'll just be easier to maintain that. And as long as I get one of every crop, I should be good for the community center. So today I'll actually venture out. I'll head down south and do my normal foraging loop around the forest area, which ends up getting most of what I need, not a ton of spring onions, but I got everything I need to make some seeds, which I'll be planting later on. I'll plant a lot of like wild seeds, you'll notice, just to get my foraging level up. And then I'll finish off the rest of my foraging run, just to try and get as much money as I can to buy as many seeds as I can. I figure since I can't leave most of the time, I might as well have as much to do in the farm as I can. So I hit up the museum and dropped off the one artifact I have for the extra 250 gold, and then headed to Pierre's so I can get one of each crop and some kale. Kale is usually my go-to because you get the most XP and it's worth a lot of money. And I did decide to go to the mines, even though I sold all my food for energy, but I figured I might as well get down there and at least try and get to 5 or 10 or so. I didn't have a super good luck day, but I got it to 5 at least, so that's something. Get a few resources going and get the quest for the furnace at least. That was pretty important too, because I don't want to wait a full week to get the quest and then not be able to smelt any bars. I did end up making the mistake of exhausting myself, so instead of walking all the way home, I figured I might as well just pass myself out. And that was it for the first week. It's pretty uneventful, but I got what I needed. And then you'll see some heavy watering coming up here. There's not a whole lot to do until this next Saturday once again. But I do have all my wild seeds going. I gave fishing a shot just to see if there was any point in trying, but I really just ended up with trash every single time I did it, so it just wasn't worth it. It's like either spend 20 or 30 minutes a day of real-time fishing, or just cut my losses and go to sleep, and that was the better choice. The other thing you might notice is I do leave a lot of grass just so it replenishes every day. That way I always have some access to fiber. Otherwise, if you clear it all, it just goes away, never comes back. I did get at least one harvest. That's always entertaining to me to watch, or satisfying, I guess, to watch the harvest. So I left a lot of those in here. But then I didn't actually leave until Saturday, which is the festival day. I don't always go to the spring festival, but I figure since I'm already going to go do forage, I might as well just go to it and then spend my remaining gold on strawberries. Just because strawberries are easy to maintain, they're worth a lot, and keeps me busy on the farm. So in addition to wild seeds, I'll at least get some farming XP along the way. And then I did a little bit of fishing too, just to try and get the lake fish for the bundle. And I've already kind of started reconsidering the community center angle. And it might switch to Joja, but it's hard to say. And I didn't even bother with the egg hunt because I don't need that hat. But yeah, so then I got my forages all picked and ready, and I'll basically just keep making more and more seeds with every batch of these and only save the initial few. The seeds are way more valuable, and it'll keep me going with stuff to do on the farm. Foraging the seeds, they don't need scarecrows, so you can pretty much just plant the whole farm with them and not have to worry about it. And then I got a cat. I always get the cat, just because I like cats. I always name it Lewis. In this case, I didn't because I don't know why, but whatever. The only weird thing about this mod for the small farm is that you can't give him water every day because the water's too far away. But that's okay. You can just still pet him. And then this Wednesday I ended up having perfect luck, so I decided to make the most of it and get out and about. I got some more stuff donated to the museum so I can get the cauliflower seeds, and then I'll sell those to Pierre. And then I just went down the mines. So I got down pretty decent. I don't need to show you all of it, it's not that exciting, but I got to 40 at least, which was my main goal. And then for some reason I didn't grab the sword from floor 20, so I just made it difficult for myself, so I ran back and got that. And you'll see me do that a lot, where I just like keep using a tool over and over again until you pass out. It's just faster than walking back or waiting for yourself to pass out from the time. And then you'll see me do a lot of watering again. It's a good rainy, but just did a lot of watering. Water, sell some shit, and move on. But yeah, it turns out when you can't leave the farm, you're pretty limited on what you can do, which I knew going into this, but still. It'll be a while before I can capitalize on my farm more, just because there's two big rocks that take up space. But I do get some pretty satisfying harvests here and there with all the forage and everything. And then strawberries, of course, to get me a little extra cash coming in. At this point, I've pretty much decided I'm for sure going Joja route, but I will turn in a few different things to the community center. There's a few bundles that are really easy to complete that also give you quite a few benefits. For example, the spring seeds will give you, or the spring forage will give you 30 spring seeds, which are pretty valuable. So I left it out before, but I did, oh no, I guess this is it. So I finally got the community center cutscene. A little bit late, but whatever. So I went in, activated the little Junimo Square so that I get the quest from the wizard, so that on next week when I actually decide to leave, I can open up the community center and actually start donating things. Yeah, and then sell all my junk to Pierre. I don't think it's worth it to buy a ton of seeds aside from the kale, just because I only have 7 days left in the season. And I don't want to, risk buying cauliflower and not being able to harvest it, so I don't know, use the kale. I could harvest it with my scythe, which I like doing the most, and I get a ton of XP and a good amount of money and food from it. And that'll set me up in summer to buy like a shit ton of blueberries and just go that route. And then I'll hit the mines again. I got a lucky lunch out of a trash can earlier, which was really cool and pretty uncommon, but helped me out a lot today. And then I also upgraded my pickaxe, which I only have a couple opportunities for upgrades in this 100 days playthrough, and I figured that'll be the most useful. I can get rid of those rocks and get through the mines a lot faster. I don't even know if I'll make it to the Skull Caverns or not. But I guess we'll see. It'd be nice to have a better pickaxe if I do end up going to the Skull Caverns. You gotta pet the cat. The next 4 days, all I did was water my crops until I finally got to scythe them. Still my favorite thing in the game is scything a ton of kale. Even though I guess, I don't know, the way the kale is drawn is one of my least favorite things in Stardew, because it doesn't look like kale at all, which is whatever. I got my level 5 farming. I'll go the tiller route and probably agriculturalist if I get to level 10, just so stuff grows a little faster. Or maybe artisan if I end up with enough equipment to actually make kegs. In the end, yeah, I didn't do anything on the 28th of spring because there's no point. And then summer, all I gotta do is basically clear my whole field until I can go get seeds and pick up my pickaxe all in one day today. I should be able to plant everything today after I do my quick forage run. And hopefully I'll have time to plant all my blueberries so I can get the most harvest out of them. And then of course, yeah, I'll still do one of each for each season, even though I'm not actually going to complete the community center. But I don't know why, I always do it for some reason anyway. And I'll usually try for gold star melons, but I don't think I did that this time around. But yeah, like I said before, I think blueberries are going to be the way to go, just because I won't have anything to process them with, limited amount of time, and blueberries are pretty valuable if you just do them raw, so that's what I did. And then yeah, pick up my copper pickaxe, and then I will pop all my geodes through so I can drop all the junk off at the museum. Just kind of taking care of, you have to do everything on this one day, so it gets kind of a... Oh, and then I forgot, I need one more upgrade to actually break those boulders, but it's okay. And then I think I messed up, because I went a whole week and didn't go anywhere. I didn't go back to the mines, so I don't know why I did that. Unless I just cut it out on accident, but either way, I forgot to leave that week. And the next time I leave is on the 13th, so don't really know what happened there. Oh well. Anyway, my blueberries are doing fine. I figured I'd finally make my drop-off at the community center, since I had enough for 4 different categories. Some of this is a total waste of time, because I don't need to half complete any of the bundles. This exotic foraging bundle I don't think is necessarily a good use of time, because I just donated 4 out of 5 items for no reason. But the foraging seeds will be valuable. And then I should be able to get minecarts through the community center route instead of having to pay for them at Joja. And I should also be able to buy the vault bundles out, so I get the rewards instead of having to buy them through Joja. But we'll see how that goes. It's kind of not worth it to do the vault at Joja because it's about the same price and you don't get any of the good rewards. And I'll probably have a limited amount of bat wings and things like that to make a lightning rod. So the lightning rod will be a really nice thing to have. Same with the crystallarium from the vault. Then I'll just drop all my stuff off before I head out to the mines. I shouldn't have gone to the mines yet, but whatever. I needed to go to Pierre's to get some more seeds and to sell some of my stuff. And I also needed to upgrade my pickaxe, so it's kind of a waste of time to spend even a little bit in the mines. And then I have to do all my foraging today because it's my only day and it's Saturday. And then I also need to plant all those seeds, so I need to clear the rest of my farm out and get all my summer seeds planted. Summer seeds are the most valuable to do the seed packets with, because it only takes 3 instead of 4. And you'll see me do some weird stuff here, where I only pick specific melons. It's because I've reset the day over and over again to see which ones are going to get me gold melons. So yeah, you'll see like I leave them all alone except for the one, which is guaranteed to be gold. That way I get the 5 gold melons for the quality crop bundle. And then I also get a ton of blueberries today. I usually don't grow blueberries on my normal playthroughs, just because I always do just starfruit, because it's the most valuable. But it is really satisfying to watch them all pop off like that. And I think it nets me like $13,000 or gold or whatever every time I sell them all. Just better than nothing. And I finally got level 6 farming, which means I could finally do sprinklers and don't have to water every day. So basically turns into me like sleeping 6 days a week, and then, that's it. But that won't be till next season, because I don't want to destroy blueberries if I don't need to. Yeah, then we get another blueberry harvest, which still is just always really satisfying. I think at one point I just give up on the pepper and just destroy it. They're not really worth a lot, and they take inventory space and they annoy me, but it's funny because in real life that's all I grow. I just grow like 20 varieties of peppers, and that's it. But yeah, water, water, water. And then I think on the 20th I leave again, because it's Saturday like usual. Probably didn't have good luck all week, so I might as well leave now and try to make the most of the week. I gotta pick up my pickaxe, maybe make a drop off at the community center, probably hit the museum up. That's really it. Like this is a waste of time. Anything with the fish tank is a total waste of time because I'm not gonna complete it. And the rewards are bad, so that's probably a poor choice, but that's okay. And then even this, I think, like this one's a good use of time, but the quality crop, I think is a total waste of time, so I shouldn't have done that. But I got my axe, which means I can finally get rid of those boulders and also get into the mines and try to get to a better spot. I don't know why I guess I got a decent amount of iron ore, but I just like avoid this ladder for some reason. I ended up getting to probably in the late 80s in this one. Just eating kale. Yeah, so I ended up getting to 80, which means I can start farming gold. Gold will be really necessary, obviously, for community center, so I get the minecarts. I'll be able to get the fire quartz for the minecarts, and then smelting gold will be a good source of income, as well as making sprinklers and stuff like that too. So, a pretty good spot for being in summer, for how limited I am on what I can do. And I already got my fire quartz. And I got these stupid boulders. I hate those things. I don't know, I wish they weren't on the tiny farm, but they gotta have some obstacles, right? So we're about halfway through the run, and we got some more watering to do, and more blueberries to harvest, so keeping that theme going. And then on this next day, I finally get to leave again. I have pretty good luck, and I need to unlock my minecarts and hopefully get some of the vault done. I don't have enough money to get all of it and have money for seeds next week when I come out, so I'll just get most of the stuff that I need right now. It's gonna storm tomorrow, so I know I need a lightning rod, and then the crystallarium will be nice. And the more I think about it, I probably should just do the vault bundle now. I won't really have time next time I come in, or next week when I get to leave, to get the bundle and then also go to the desert. So I kind of need to do it right now. So later on I'll come back and actually do that. But for now, whatever. Because I'll get plenty of money for seeds on the next harvest of blueberries, which is going to give me like 13 grand again, so I don't know why I didn't do it early. And then pretty much my goal today is just to rush the mines. I need to get down to floor 120 so I can get the skeleton key, or the caverns key, whatever it's called. Get the star drop, which is important. And then also get a few of the upgrades. Like I know the obsidian edge is pretty basic, but I need to get that. And then some better boots, just so the caverns are a little easier. And I shouldn't have any problem getting that deep today. I just did regular mines bundles this time around instead of the fancy remix, just because I wasn't sure if that would mess my run up at all. But at this point, I'm on a pretty good pace to finish this pretty easily. I don't think I'll have any trouble being able to afford the full JoJo membership, which I know is kind of like a cop-out and a lot easier than the community center, but that's where I ended up going, you know. And since I'm done with the mines, I grab my furnace and I go back, and I can go drop off the rest of the junk at the community center, get the remaining bundles that I was talking about earlier, and then just be done with it. That way I have the 2 rooms done, and now I won't have to pay for them in the JoJo route. I don't know if you knew that, but if you complete them in the community center and then switch to JoJo, you still don't have to pay for them, so. And the exotic bundle ended up paying off. I did get the reward for it, but it's still kind of a waste of time because I'm not going to get the rest of the stuff, and the reward is not good. And then yeah, just smelting and go to bed. Something I haven't mentioned before, but I guess is important, is I'm pretty much always smelting stuff non-stop. Even on the days I don't show doing anything, I'm constantly going back and forth and smelting and waiting and smelting just to make sure I always have bars. And then I always go miner. Miner's the most valuable. That way later on you can get the blacksmith, which means you can sell bars, which is a huge source of income. Iridium bars will be massive later on. Yeah, another boring day pretty much. Didn't do anything, grabbed some fruit, went to sleep. The rest of summer is going to be pretty uneventful. There's no reason to plant stuff. Blueberries are already doing fine. I think I get one more harvest. And if not, I'll be screwed. But yeah, I did. Okay, I got another harvest, got some batteries. But that harvest by itself will give me enough money to buy all the seeds I need for fall. And then I can start setting up all my sprinklers too, which is nice. I won't have to hand water every single thing, which is kind of something I really hate doing, but you do a lot of early on. But yeah, this challenge was not as difficult as I thought it would be, in all honesty. Leaving once a week is really strong, it turns out. You can pretty much do everything you need to do if you just leave a couple times. So maybe I'll try it again with once a month I can leave, but that might be difficult. I guess spring would be the hardest to get money for strawberries, but like fall, I'm just going to get a ton of pumpkins, a ton of cranberries, and make a ton of money pretty easily, just like I normally would do in a normal fall playthrough. And then I'm also going to take a trip to the Skull Caverns for the first time today. I'm going to have to go every single time I leave the house now, so most of my days will be spent, getting seeds real quick, buying the JoJo upgrades, or like the different little upgrade things they offer from the membership, and then Skull Caverns. The rest of my money will be made specifically from iridium bars. And you'll see, like, right off the bat, I get an infested floor, which super sucks. But if you just reset it over and over again, it'll go away. Eventually, you'll skip it over. But for my first time through, I only got to 45, which is really bad for the most part. But it's kind of to be expected if you don't have a lot of resources going in, which I didn't. So I at least got the prismatic shard, so I can upgrade my sword to the galaxy sword. And that's really all I needed from the first day. A little bit of iridium to get me by and to start smelting, and the sword. And then yeah, just toss out the rest. Grab whatever junk's laying around. And then always keep a bunch of spicy eel and triple shot espresso, because that's all you ever need. Two most valuable things you can get pretty much. And that's it. That's it for my first day out. You'll notice I skip around a lot towards the end here. I won't even show the next 8 days, I think, because I don't need to. It's just my sprinklers automatically watering my stuff for me. And so I don't even leave. I just get up, check my luck. If it's not good, I go right back to bed. So in this case, it wasn't until the 8th. I had to harvest some cranberries, and that's really all I had to do. It gets pretty relaxed actually from here on out. Spring is like the only time you actually have to pay attention as you're like watering all your stuff. So just sleeping a lot. And then you'll see I left in a lot of these to see like how much money I was actually making from my crops. And the crops were kind of eventually waste because the iridium bars are so much more valuable. And then the 9th I finally got good luck. So that's the day I chose to leave. Get some more pumpkins because those make by far the most. And I have some jars now so I can start jarring the pumpkins when I get them. And then I just dive down in the caverns. I left in some of the footage of it, but for the most part, it's pretty uneventful, I don't get any crazy drops. I do eventually, like, kill some mummies to get the cloth drops, and I don't know why, I don't really need the sewing machine recipe, but I still got it. And yeah, I don't even know why I'm killing the enemies, but sometimes you do what you do, I guess. I got up to 116 on this one, which is actually pretty decent for a second day in the caverns. But yeah, almost 200 iridium, which will get me to a pretty good spot. And I'll be able to pretty much make all the rest of my money I need just from like that day alone. And as soon as I get to level 10 mining, you'll see me start selling it. But as you can see, I've got a few more furnaces set up, so I can do like 6 bars a day. And yeah, like it's negligible how much money I get from the cranberries, but it's fine. And then I think the next time I get up is pumpkin day. So I get all those pumpkins, get them all replanted once again. Decent amount of money from those, but again, it's all going to be from iridium. That's where my playthrough finishes out. You'll notice now I have jade in the I have jade inside the crystallarium, which is specifically meant for staircases. And then yeah, finally bite the bullet and do the Joja experience. This is my last possible day to do it, because I think I need like 5 weeks, or no, I think 4 weeks total to upgrade the rest of it. Otherwise I can't finish in time. And that would have been really, really frustrating. I thought my run was actually over at one point there because I thought I didn't have enough time, but I snuck in right at the last second, so I should be on track. And then yeah, just another Skull Caverns dive. Usually like a good run in Skull Caverns is probably like 350 to 400 iridium minimum, and then whatever other goodies you get along the way. But I don't know, I probably restarted these days a few times trying to get a decent run. I tend to do that. Like I play the game really min-maxy, so if I get a bad Skull Caverns run, I'll restart the day over and over again, probably 10 or 15 times, just to get a good run. And as you see, I finally got blacksmith, so I can finally start selling those bars. That extra 50% makes each iridium bar worth, I think, 1,500, so it's a decent amount of money from selling some pumpos. So. And yeah, watch me sleep. I also have the jelly going on now, so a lot of the cranberries are getting turned into jelly. So you'll be seeing me sell those too. And just smelting bars. Yeah, just every day. That's like, this is my routine every day. Go outside, smelt, harvest if it's ready, and then bail, and then go to sleep by like 7 a.m. almost every day. And then I got the iridium sprinkler recipe, which is cool, but I don't need it. And I think I actually already got a couple from the Skull Caverns. And yeah, you'll see right there, I got 100 grand just from the iridium. So the farm is pretty worthless for me at this point, just because of the size. Normally I'd have like 1,500 pumpkins going probably, which I know kind of sounds like a lot, and it takes like a full day to harvest, but that's what I usually try to do in year one. Like 1,500 starfruit during the summer and 1,500 pumpkins during the fall. And then you just keg and jar them all for like millions of gold. And yeah, so I built the rest of my furnaces. That way I can keep up with my dives. And that's it, man. I just water. And in the winter, I don't even need to water. You'll notice here, I get that stuff rolling there, and I'm just going to start tearing stuff up. I don't need the sprinklers. I don't need a scarecrow. I don't need a path or lightning rods. So clear it all out and just sell all that stuff off, because I know I'm not going to need it. You'll see me get pretty much cleanse my entire inventory. Like I only have time for one more run, I think. So I probably shouldn't have sold the iridium ore, but that's okay. I'll keep the pumpkins because I'll jar them for a couple more days, but really I'm about 15 days left until this challenge is done. I actually really enjoy doing challenges like this. It kind of breaks you away from your normal playstyle a little bit. I get kind of stuck in a rut of doing like a 20 million gold by year one kind of thing, and you play the same way every time and just try to like maximize each day. So something a little different where you actually get to like sleep before 2 a.m. It's kind of nice. So I wouldn't be opposed to doing something else like this again. Maybe more unique of a challenge would be more fun. Something like, I don't know. I like to do like the limiting challenges. Like I did that vegan run. I did a fishing only kind of thing, which I hated. Like crab pots only kind of stuff, but yeah. And then the last thing I gotta do, I gotta pick up a few extra resources from Robin just so I can build on my kegs, build on my jars. And then I figure I might as well do this too, get all my geodes busted open, see what I get out of it, and kind of complete as much as the museum as possible. It wasn't really like, there's no real reason to do this, but I thought it'd be fun to see what happens. And then I just fill the rest with kegs, or jars, man, I keep doing that. Fill the rest with jars, upgrade my Joju form. I guess I just have one left, but it'll be a week before I get there. And I'm in good shape, I'm just kind of coasting from here. And then these cutscenes are weird. I never do Joja. Never. I think it takes away a lot of the fun. Like the community center is the whole fun of it, right? Trying to like basically do a little scavenger hunt, whether it's regular bundles or remixed, but Joja is just like a gnarly money grind. I guess the only time I really do it is if I'm trying to do like a pretty gnarly min-max and get Ginger Island opened up by like spring 20th or it's, summer 1 or something. And then it's kind of fun, but other than that, I don't know. I don't like Morris. I don't like Joja. Not that Pierre's better, but you get my point. And I'm just smelting the rest of this stuff just for cash. I want to kind of see how much money I can get by the end of all this. So I'm just going to smelt everything, sleep all the time. I don't even think I do another Skull Caverns run since I've already achieved my goal. Maybe I do. Maybe I have. No, I probably don't. I probably wouldn't. I don't ever do any panning in this run either, even though I finally unlocked it. But overall, I think I had a pretty good time doing it. I was kind of surprised how easy it ended up being. Like, I think the community center would have been harder, still possible, because you don't really need that much farm space. You can complete all the community center with a 9x9, and you just don't have to leave that much. But so here we are. Yeah, this is the final day. So I just clear out everything on my farm, scrap all my stuff, and sell everything, because this is it. ended up doing pretty well, 263,000 gold, not including what I'm going to sell off to old Pierre there. But yeah, it wasn't bad. I thought it'd be a little worse. I kind of hate the way my dude looks. I don't like the red cowboy hat so much, but that's just a personal preference sort of jam, I guess. I don't know, I didn't mention earlier, but I always do the fruit bat cave. I know people think the mushroom is like the way to go for early energy, but it's just not. I don't know, I think those people are wrong. Like, you can't be wrong about it, but they are. And I guess I might as well pick up that pan. I could pan today, but I'm definitely not going to. It'd be kind of a weird way to finish out the day, but today's mostly just a tour around anyway. And then I was really worried about this because I wasn't sure if I would actually get this cutscene, but I did get it, so that's what I wanted. Now I get this sweet warehouse in the middle of town, which I actually didn't even find out until recently. Like, I've played this game for 5 years or something, 6 years, and I just found out that you can buy the movie theater to replace the warehouse, which is nuts. That's how like infrequently I play the JoJo route. And I guess I didn't do that, so I didn't complete like the secret bundle stuff, but I did the main completion, right? And I got the soda machine. The only thing I need on my farm. Just a sweet JoJo cola machine. And then I went down to Pierre's just to sell all the rest of my stuff I got. Pickles, even the coffee, I think. No, maybe not. I don't know, I ended up with 274,000, which I think is, I don't know, respectable, I guess. And then I got to return Robin's axe. Just a couple little last things. And that pretty much does it for this game, for this video. I know it's kind of a longer one. It's like almost 40 minutes, but I don't know. Sometimes I like to watch like a long play video and play Stardew myself, so I suppose you could always do that. But you're already done watching it, so. I never upgraded my house. I never built a coop. I wish I did do a little bit of a coop. But what are you gonna do? And then I just head back to the farm, set my soda machine down, and that's it. My relationships obviously were pretty rough. I didn't really get anywhere with anybody. And then tenon mining. I didn't even get tenon farming, which probably hurt my money a little bit, but everything else was pretty limited on what I got. The tenon mining is the only thing I knew I would get, but that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's kind of a little bit different version of the 100 days, but I figure everybody has already done them, so you wouldn't want to see how I play 100 days anyway. But I'll come up with something else soon, I think. I like doing tips videos, and I like doing long play videos, so maybe I'll do one of those things. Let me know what you'd want to see. I also do a lot of the garden stuff, which I know most people don't dig, but I enjoy it, so that was the main purpose of the channel anyway. Anyway, thanks.